Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a bunch of my Tampa recs, whether that's restaurants, things to do, shopping. I compiled a big list of all of my favorite spots in Tampa. I am born and raised in Tampa. I've lived here my whole life, and this past summer my husband and I moved downtown, so I feel like I've discovered even more things to do and places to go. Tampa's obviously grown a ton in the past few years, so my list just keeps growing with all of the places that I love, and also a bunch of places that I want to try. So I did want to go through today and give you my top recommendations for a few different categories of things to do in Tampa. Again, living downtown, we've been able to experience a lot of these regularly, and we are going there often, and they're like more of our favorite spots. Some of these are downtown or in like the Water Street area, and then others are just in Tampa in general. Hopefully it covers a bunch of different options depending on what you're looking for. First category is breakfast/lunch brunch spots. One of our favorites is in Water Street, and that is Boulon. Boulon also serves dinner. You can also go late night for drinks, but their brunch is one of my favorites. Definitely a go if you haven't. Getting used to the downtown life, filming with sirens going by. So I love the vibe of Boulon. It's right on Water Street. It's a really popular place. I feel like a lot of people go there, again, for either breakfast, brunch, or dinner. Another great brunch place is Oxford Exchange. That's definitely one of the more popular ones in Tampa. It's down Kennedy, but it's been here forever. It's one of the like original spots, I feel like, that everyone has always gone to. The aesthetics in there are so pretty. There's like a bookstore, coffee shop. The food is also great. I think they also do high tea. So that's another fun thing to do if you want to go do tea somewhere. For some more casual options, we recently found a diner downtown. It's called Uptown Tampa Diner. So it's really casual, just kind of like a walk-in, but they have really, really great food. It's kind of like a First Watch vibe, but they have great breakfast and lunch options, so we've really enjoyed going there, as well as their coffee is really yummy. It's more in the downtown area by kind of like the Arts District if you're near there. Also a little further out from downtown is Metro Diner. I feel like that's like a Tampa staple, another really casual breakfast spot. And if you just want like regular greasy breakfast, that's a great place to go. More for a lunch option, a place I always like to go is Bar Taco in Hyde Park. That's been one of my favorites for years and years. They have the best street tacos, also a nice bar, so in the Hyde Park area, that's definitely one of my favorite places to go for lunch. I have quite a few dinner options in different areas, again, of Tampa, whether it's downtown or outside. First, like the Water Street area, again, Boulon, like I mentioned, is a great dinner spot. There's also the Pearl, which is kind of like catty corner to Boulon. And all of these are kind of like bars and restaurants, so if you're ever down there for an event or just walking Water Street, these are all great places to stop in. The Pearl is like seafood. I think they have like a raw bar, but it's also a really great vibe there. Predolina is kind of like a Mediterranean, more upscale restaurant in the Water Street area. I've been there too. It's really, really nice, and it's the same like company as Oxford Exchange, I believe. So again, the aesthetics are perfect. It's like very interior design oriented. It's just a beautiful place to go. And not exactly in Water Street, it's across the bridge on Harbor Island is Jackson's Bistro. This again has been one of my favorites for years. It's definitely an older restaurant, but I think it's great and a classic. They have such a variety of steak, seafood, sushi. So that's a big plus for me because sushi is my favorite. So any restaurant I can get sushi along with regular food is like awesome. It's waterfront. Again, it's right over the bridge, so you get a great view of like the yachts in downtown. Definitely a great spot for special occasions and bringing friends and family. Down in Hyde Park, I have a few different Italian favorites. One of those is Timpano. They recently kind of like redid and rebranded their restaurant. It used to be amazing and it still is. They also have a really nice bar. They do like the cheese wheel, I think pesto, so you can get your pasta tossed in that, which is always a fun experience. And another great Italian restaurant down there is Forbici. I feel like it's a little more casual and it's more kind of like it turns into a bar, I feel like, later at night. With a lot more people. They do like live music and stuff, so that one's somewhat of a bit more casual option, but they also have some great pastas, pizzas, drinks. Meat Market is a great kind of upscale restaurant in Hyde Park. Again, we've gone for special occasions and their food is just amazing. I actually haven't gotten a steak there, but I had some sort of pasta and it was really, really good. They also have great appetizers. I think they have a pretty good happy hour I haven't been to yet, and also their drinks and bar are great. Midtown is a kind of newer area of Tampa, just kind of outside the downtown area, and they have a few new restaurants and kind of shopping options, so we have tried some really great restaurants there. Sunda is like an Asian sushi restaurant. They kind of have a variety. Really cool vibe there. I actually want to go back and check out their bar and stuff more. Sally Mar, I don't think I've actually had their food, but they are like a rooftop bar, so that's another great place to stop, whether you're just looking for somewhere for drinks or if that's somewhere you want to go for a meal as well. It's really cool. It kind of overlooks the area and it's just a really cool rooftop vibe. Bella Brava is a great Italian option. That's obviously one of my favorite foods because I keep giving all of the great Italian recs, but super authentic, really good pasta options. And they also have another location in St. Pete that we've been to. The last restaurant in Midtown is called Pont. I think that's how you say it. I don't know if it's Ponte or Pont. but the chef, I think his name is actually Pont. We actually just went there for our anniversary and it was really great. Definitely more high-end kind of upscale dining, but it's really fun to check out for special occasions. I had a salmon entree and my husband got a filet and we just kind of shared sides. And they do this really cool thing where they bring like bread on a platter and you can like pick which kinds you want out of the variety. So I thought that was really fun. Another area that has a lot of options is Armature Works. So just north of the downtown area, they have the more casual food vendors like sushi, barbecue, sandwiches, Greek, Mexican. They have a bunch of different kind of casual drop-in options. And there are a couple sit-down restaurants there as well. My favorite is Oak and Ola. I've been for brunch and dinner and they were both really good. They have kind of a different variety and it's right on the bottom floor with like the waterfront and kind of the park area. Similar to Armature Works is Sparkman Wharf, which is by Water Street and the Emily Arena. They have a couple sit-down restaurants, but we mostly go there for their like food truck kind of food stall situation. So they also have a variety. I think they kind of change here and there. Some of them stay long-term, but I've seen them switch out a couple times. They have like seafood, tacos, I think like hot dogs, a burger fry over there. So that has a lot more casual options, especially, you know, if you're down there for a game or an event, it's a fun place to hang out, as well as a bar that they have in the middle of Sparkman. And I have two other kind of one-off restaurants. Brio at the International Mall is another Italian place. That's one of our go-tos. Also really good, especially if you're at the mall and you need to grab dinner. And a new restaurant we just tried it down near kind of like the convention center. It's called Harpoon Harry's. It's seafood, but they also have sushi. So that was really good. It's like a two-story with a balcony area that you could sit at to eat, and it kind of overlooks that little area by the convention center. It's another great option kind of in the events area over there. I'm also getting used to filming with all the sunlight coming in, so the sun is like actively moving. So sorry if there's any weird lines of light on me. I actually just tried to adjust it a little bit, so hopefully that helped. Next category I have is coffee shops. A really popular one around Tampa, and I think they do have a few locations, is Kawa. I know I've gotten in a bunch of different kind of like catered events and work things, so we do enjoy Kawa. It's kind of like a different specialty ground place rather than just like Starbucks. So Kawa's really good. I have their app and they also do a bunch of great rewards. There's another option downtown called Little Tina. We actually haven't been there in a while, and I think they also have some good like breakfast kind of food options, but it's definitely a cute spot. It's decorated really cool. I know a lot of people go there to like work. I feel like we might like Kawa better, but Little Tina is definitely a great experience just kind of be in the really cute shop. Our favorite coffee down here is actually kind of random and surprising. It's at the bottom of a hotel. It's called Cass Street Coffee Company. So it's part of the Floridan Hotel downtown, but it is so good. They actually serve La Colombe coffee on tap, which I feel like is like the best coffee ever. I had tried La Colombe in a different hotel, actually in Miami, and I thought it was so good. And then I realized that coffee shop served the same thing. Now we have somewhere right nearby where we can get La Colombe, and it is just so good. So kind of a hidden gem if you haven't tried there before. There's another coffee shop in the Sparkman Wharf Water Street area called Shortwave. A lot of people like it. It's really popular. We went recently and it actually wasn't my favorite. I think I got the wrong thing. I wish I had just tried like the regular latte. It's a really cool spot. Again, a lot of people work there and just kind of the area is really nice to be in. So I definitely give it another try, and I know it's a really popular one in Tampa. Next I have a few dessert spots. We love ice cream, and our favorite ice cream place is Chill Bros by far. It's so good. There's one in Water Street, Armature Works. I think there's a standalone down in Soho. So there's a few locations, and it's just our favorite like craft ice cream. We get the Double Down Oreo, and it's just like the perfect creamy Oreo-y kind of ice cream, which is our favorite. So definitely give it a try. Another great ice cream spot is in Hyde Park. It's called Oddfellows. It's definitely similar to Chill Bros, but we do like Chill Bros a little bit better. But it's nice if you're in Hyde Park and you have a great ice cream option there. Sprinkles is also fun in Hyde Park. They're like the cupcake ATM shop. So of course you can go in and still look at the cupcakes and order there, but they have the fun little like vending machine ATM on the outside of the store, so you can go pick what cupcake you want and it like brings it out to you in a little box. So that's also been a Tampa classic forever. Back when we didn't have anything else exciting, Sprinkles was like the best thing ever. A recent dessert shop we found is called Cinnaholic, and I ended up finding a bunch of stuff about it on TikTok. Apparently it's like really popular too. It's down in Soho and it is so good. They do like fresh gourmet cinnamon rolls, and then you can top them with anything you want. They have some pre-made kind of creations with different frostings. You can put edible cookie dough on top, which is like my dream come true, and then a bunch of different toppings. I've also heard their coffee is really great, so I'm gonna have to go back and try that. And also the best chocolatier downtown is called Peterbrook. They have chocolate covered anything, popcorn, graham crackers, cookies, candies, anything you name it. They also have like a little gelato stand, so that's a great place to go for just like straight chocolate. Next for shopping, there's a few different areas I like to go. I know I've already mentioned Hyde Park. They have a lot more kind of high-end upscale stores, and they've brought in a lot more in the recent years. It used to kind of just be a little more basic. basic, and now they have a lot of more like designer brands. There's an Alice and Olivia, Reformation, Madewell. There's also like Lululemon, Pottery Barn, Anthropologie, Kendra Scott. There's a Sephora, Rag & Bone, the list just goes on. There's so many other ones there for clothing, furniture, decor. So it's always fun to even go in and browse around. The best and kind of like main mall is International Mall. I do love this mall. It's one of the best ones in the area. They do have a lot of high-end stores like Louis Vuitton, YSL, Gucci. I think they just opened a Chanel. But they also have a ton of the regular stores like H&M, Zara, Abercrombie, Lulu, and department stores, Nordstrom, Neiman Marcus. So it's definitely just like the main mall around here, but it is really enjoyable. It's a really nice mall. That's the best place to go for kind of like regular shopping. There's an area kind of near the mall, just like on Dale Mabry, where there's a Target, a Home Goods. That kind of shopping center is another place I really like to go. There's Nordstrom Rack there, Ulta, so it's kind of like a different plaza outside of the mall. But I'm usually there a lot, especially going to the Target and Home Goods. Down that street, there's also like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, which I'm also going to quite a bit. Next, I want to go into nightlife, kind of like bar options. There isn't a crazy amount of options for nightlife here, but I do think some of these new bars are really nice to go to and kind of more classy, like chill vibe. One that we've always liked is the Gin Joint. It's kind of like a speakeasy in an old vault, like bank building. So that one's really fun. They usually have like a live piano or live music, and it's kind of like a jazzy, dark, vintage kind of vibe. So that one's really great. We like going to get espresso martinis there. Another one we just went to recently that I had heard about before is called Hotel Bar. That's also downtown. That's kind of like a hidden gem too, but it's a really cool vibe in there. It feels like a small walk-in New York kind of bar, so that vibe is really cool too. 511 is the closest thing to like a club I feel like around here, but it's still kind of a more nicer like bar type, which we've enjoyed going so far. Some nights it definitely gets crazy, so we've just only gone like case by case. But if you're wanting to dance, they usually have a really good DJ and great music there. Aside from like the Soho area, which is a lot of like the college bars, like McDitton's, Bar Howard, that's another option where there's a bunch of bars like down that strip. At Armature Works, there's a rooftop bar called Emberd. We've been there a couple times and that's really fun. They also have great kind of like light bites and food, so I've been for like a brunch and like late night, so it's kind of a variety, which is nice. It overlooks all of downtown kind of from afar since it's up at Armature Works. Another great rooftop view is at the Addition. I love the Addition. All of their bars are really nice, but especially their rooftop pool bar is a really great spot to go. It's like 360 views of Tampa. You can see the water in Harbor Island and also downtown. And if you've seen the Addition, you know how like awesome it's decorated and the vibe is just really fun. I feel like I'm saying vibe way too much, but you know what I mean. And lastly, in Hyde Park, we stopped by like a champagne bar called Boozy. I think they also have food, but it's another great bar right on the corner at Hyde Park, across from Forbici. So that's a great place to stop before, after dinner, and just grab a drink. But again, any of these restaurants already have really nice bars within them. I think a lot of people go to Boulan for the bar as well, but when we've tried to go, it's just so packed that you like can't even get in and stand anywhere. So we usually pass on that and go and try out some of these other places. Lastly, for outdoor activities, of course, going to the beach is one of my favorite things to do. I usually go to like the Treasure Island area in St. Pete. There's just some great kind of like side streets. It's a little more quiet down there. Not quite as like touristy, as public as Clearwater in St. Pete. So we've loved going to Treasure Island for years. If not, I would go north to like the Reddington, Indian Rocks area. That's another kind of more quiet, relaxing side of the beach. And from downtown, we can be there in less than an hour usually. Aside from the beach, one of the best things about Tampa is of course the Riverwalk. We are always walking the Riverwalk or running. Just being out there and exercising and just getting out in the sun or being outside is one of our favorite things. It can take you anywhere. Obviously, we can walk all the way up to Armature Works and then also go all the way down to Bayshore. The Riverwalk obviously stretches all down the Hillsborough River in downtown, and then it connects to Bayshore. You can take that even further towards like the Hyde Park area. So no matter where you are on the Riverwalk, it's a great place to get somewhere else. If you do want to walk, you can take it to Water Street or any other location. And also anywhere you are is going to have amazing views of the water, especially when you get down into Bayshore. So having that downtown is, I think, one of Tampa's like best qualities, and probably why everyone's moving here, because it's just such a great place to live. Having all of this right in front of us has just been so nice. So those are all of my Tampa recs in different categories. I hope this was helpful if you're making a plan to visit Tampa, or you just moved here or wanting to move here. Again, I've seen it change so much over the years, and I love all the amazing new stuff that they've brought. It's just made it even better of a place to be. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.